Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and welcome back to OverAnalyzed, which is of course our awesome Overwatch coaching series. Now, if you would like to send a video in for consideration to be on this series, then do follow the instructions that are on the screen. And I look for every single hero, every single skill range, every single platform. So if you've got a game, guys, send it in. And do remember, if you've sent games in that are maybe 2 or 3 weeks old, then resend new games in because of the game updates. So I can't go back in time and use those videos because, well, they're kind of out of date and it would look a bit silly. Okay, so what we're going to do today is take a look at a 2188 rated Junkrat. Now, what I've done is I've selected this game specifically because it is on Dorado. This is one of the maps on defense where I think Junkrat can be okay. There are a few other maps like Nepal Sanctum. He can be very strong on that map. Hanamura on defense, possibly. Temple of Anubis first point, possibly. Junkrat is a very problematic character because he's very easily countered as you start to get better at the game. At the lower levels, though, he can be quite devastating. So I'm expecting to see a ton of mistakes with this play, but I'm also expecting it to be, well, honestly, hyper effective. So let's get stuck into this and let's see what happens. So let's play the video and let's check this out. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the team, and I don't think really any kind of decision making is going into, is this a good team or what? I think it's just like, I'm going to play Junkrat, so I'm going to play Junkrat. At least it feels that way. But let's just pause this and check out the team while we've got this. So obviously you're on Junkrat, and like I said, on defense on Dorado, first point, I'll take Junkrat. On second point, you need to get off him. But we'll see where the game goes. Reinhardt is always really strong on this first point because you need him to get through the choke, and also you need him to, well, defend the choke as well. Zen, yeah, Zen's fine. Mercy, that's okay. Soldier for DPS, and then we've got AD. But, you know, this is like, it's okay. It's not super meta, but who cares? It doesn't really matter. You have to kind of play the heroes you're better with, but you have to be intelligent with the, you know, with your hero picks. But let's see what's going on. This, I think, is a perfectly serviceable gold team. I'd say it's fine, right? So let's see what happens. Actually, it looks like you're checking the team. There's no voice comms as well, which you know what I say about voice comms. Oh, what are you thinking here? I wonder what you were thinking there. Because you don't actually have your mouse pointer set to being captured on the video, but it looked like you were hovering over Orisa, maybe? See, we're in voice chat. Just say hello. Just say hello. Hey guys. Hey guys, it's me, your Junkrat chummy. We're gonna win, yeah. Alright, let's see what you're gonna do, because I'm anticipating. Oh dear. Oh, okay. No, no, no. Right. Let's just, I'm going to rewind this a little bit because there's something I want to show you here, right? As we're going forward here, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here, right? I suspect you are about to put a trap in front of the door. Do not do that. That is the worst thing ever. It will get absolutely destroyed. What you want to do is you see this door here, and you see through that door there is another door, isn't there, just before the large health pack. You should put your trap down there. What that's going to do is alert you to any flankers that are coming around the side of your defensive position. That is a much more valuable position for the trap than just trying to get a stupid kill. Because getting a stupid kill, oh yeah, it can work, but it's not going to work when you start ranking up, because people will be like, oh, there's a Junkrat trap outside the spawn. I'm going to destroy it. You also, it looks like you really want to talk to your team as well. Just talk. Like, you'll never meet these people ever again, so don't be worried, don't be embarrassed about what they might say to you about your voice or whatever. Who cares? See, this is not great. If that doesn't get destroyed, I'm guessing it probably won't get destroyed because, well, it's gold, but we'll see. Where are you going, right? Why? Okay. I've got to stop again. Look where your team is, right? That there is considered to be the standard defensive position on Dorado. And I'm quite surprised that this gold tier team is actually doing this, right? You are here. This is really, really bad. You should be over there. Look at this, 3 seconds to go. We need to get out of here, right? What you should be doing is standing up here, shelling the spawn, right? And if, okay, you've put your trap down there, you can detonate your trap straight away and then fire bombs down into the spawn. But I honestly would prefer you to put your trap set up there so we know if anybody's going to flank us from behind here, because that is critical information. But spamming the spawn, like Junkrat's just spam, right? You just want to spam. And if you're standing up here, well, you can spam them as they come down the corner. But let's see what you do, because maybe you're about to move up there, I don't know. But you've just turned around and, yeah, this is... So this is like, okay, a little nice position, or at least you think it's a little nice position where you can get a bit of cheeky damage in. Now we're actually going into a much worse position here. This is horrifically bad. I'm going to pause it again because this is like, these are critically bad positional mistakes. For some reason, they've got a Torbjorn on attack. Great. Your soldiers killed him and his turret. Now I don't know what you're doing here. You're like really exposed. You're walking forward to try and damage them. You're probably going to get a kill, right? Because they're just letting you attack them. Yeah, so we get a kill. We're walking around. Like this is suicide. This is absolutely suicide. As you get higher up oh my god, as you level up, you're just gonna, well, I say level up, I mean go up through the ranks, right? As you gain SR, you cannot do this. If you did this in a game I was in, you would be dead. You would be instantly dead. Your team it'd be 5v6, and it's just, what have you done? You've just basically fed the enemy team. But it's lucky because, well, they don't seem to be able to kill you. And this is one of the things with like, sort of the fallacy, the gold fallacy I'm gonna call it. It's like, you're playing Junkrat, and this looks hyper effective, right? You've wrecked them, you've done loads of damage, you've got your ultimate available. We're still in this really bad position. Like, never, ever, ever, ever just play outside. He should kill you. Like, that McCree should have killed you then. He flashbanged you. All he had to do, flashbang, fan the hammer, you're dead, right? But he didn't, because whatever, he's gold McCree. You would die to any McCree with any kind of worth there. You do not ever, ever, ever want to be outside the spawn. It is, like, the worst thing ever to be outside the enemy spawn. And we've got Riptire here, so we should be thinking about getting the high ground and then dropping the Riptire. This is not a great position for Riptire, but let's see what it does. Okay. What I would have done, I'm going to pause it here, just so I can show you what I would have liked you to have done. You could have used your concussion bomb to get up on top of this high ground here, and then drop the Riptire into them and just wipe the whole team out. Riptire is at its most powerful when you drop it in from above. Just driving it forward like you did, well, it's going to get destroyed. And again, this is this gold fallacy or platinum fallacy, whatever you want to call it. It looks effective because at this level, people are not able to shoot the tire down, but they will shoot the tire down. We need to get back, right? We really need to get back. We're inviting them to just kill us here, and if they wipe us out, well, they've got the advantage, right? Even if we kill some of those guys, because look where their spawn is. That was cheeky. Trying to kill the Pharaoh. And I know I might be being a bit harsh here, but I'm just trying to prepare you for when you inevitably gain more SR, because this is not going to, this type of play is you're gonna get found out, like in a big way. You are actually playing Junkrat quite well, though. Like, you're throwing out the concussion bomb to do damage. You're always throwing your trap out into decent positions. Like, always have you trapped down in the fight. Always spam chokes. That's what Junkrat's about, right? This, though, is starting to look bad, yeah. And the reason why you've died here is because, well, I mean, they've switched to a Pharaoh. I don't think they had the Pharaoh to begin with. And Pharaoh's a massively good counter to Junkrat, because guess what? You can't really damage her. But it's not really much about that. It's about your positioning. And what is this? Dancing on the payload. We're not even looking. I've got to rewind this. We're not even looking what's going on. We're just running around the payload. What is this? What is this? I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Our whole team is dead. Now we're dead. This is bad positioning. Horrifically bad. The only reason you've died there is because you... What is this? Stop.
Well, that's a fine how do you do? My ultimate's ready.
See, so that's like when you talk in team chat like that, it comes across quite aggressive, because you can't really. What's it? Is it inflection? I don't know what it's called, but you can't get the emotion, right? If you were on the voice chat and you went, guys, let's just group up, that's much better than going stop. You know what I mean? That can trigger people. Anyway, we're gonna try and take this point back. It looks like Diva's doing some work. Our Riptire actually did get... Oh, you might have detonated it. Yeah, you detonated the Riptire, sorry. She got a bit of damage onto the soldier. But he almost killed it. I would have killed that Riptire really easy. It was driving towards me. I would have just shot it down. Then again, like I said, I'm just trying to prepare you for when you get higher up in the ranks. Like, you can't just play like this. This is just crazy. Okay, we killed the Pharaoh with concussion bomb, which actually is a good thing to do, or concussion mine, whatever it's called. The concussion bomb thing. I love it, man. I love it. Because it's got quite a big AoE effect on it, that has, and it is quite a high spike of damage, so you should always be working that in. Yeah, like that. You should always be working it in and just doing damage. But there is, like, target priority now here with Junkrat. Like, Junkrat isn't the greatest character to talk about target priority, because honestly, he's just spam. You know, you just want to spam and do massive damage. You should have gold damage and all that stuff, and I think he did last time you brought the score screen up, I noticed. Anyway, let's talk about target priority here. Why are you spamming this? This is being healed. You can see the beam. We've not even turned around. We should just turn around and kill the Mercy, or try and do something to the Mercy. I know it's hard to just kill people with Junkrat, but, you know, if you've got your concussion bomb up, if you can throw your trap down, maybe you catch her, it's more effective than just feeding ultimate charge to Mercy, which is all you were doing there. He should be dead now. Nice. Uh-oh. Look where it's coming from. because you just sort of ran away and jumped around the statue there. I mean, it could have been anywhere. Okay. See, this is where Junkrat is really effective on this map, right? You haven't really, like, you picked Junkrat on a map which I said is very effective for Junkrat, and then never really used Junkrat how I wanted you to use him on the map, but you kind of are now, just because you've been forced back. Like, the reason why Junkrat is so effective here on Dorado is basically encapsulated in this image here. This small choke here, Junkrat can spam all day through that. They have to come through this because that's the way the payload goes. If, you know, they don't come through there and they maybe do a complete team rush around here, yeah, maybe Junkrat can get some issues. But honestly, this attack path here for the enemy team is not that great. Like, it hardly ever works in my experience. Generally, teams just force through the middle. You might get one flanker that comes around the side, but most of the time, teams are just going to try and push through the middle. But what's going on here is you can spam into this choke here. Yes, you can potentially spam down there, but this means you're maximizing your damage. Remember, Junkrat's damage is all over the place. But through giving you a choke, it means you can funnel and focus that damage. So we've got Riptire available now. We don't really need to use it because we've easily won this fight. It looks like you... Yeah, we'd easily won the fight, to be honest. We didn't really need to use the Riptire. You've got to remember they've got a Mercy, yeah? If that Mercy comes in with a res, Riptire might be something you could change the outcome of the fight with. Or Mercy's just standing there. So you kill him with a Riptire. That's fine. Like, what I'd say with Riptire is if you can get a kill, take it, right? Don't try and get massive team kills with it. Just, if you see somebody, just kill them. Obviously, if it's a Mercy like that, yeah, then definitely kill them. But here, this is where it's ideal. Junkrat just spamming into the choke. They can't do anything about this. They have to walk through it, and they're just going to take massive damage. They're all staggered. They're way out of position. They're dead. Easy hold here on first point. But it would have been easier if you held your position a little bit better. I was honestly quite surprised that your team didn't defend outside the spawn, because lower level teams generally do that. But you did, and it's sort of drawn your team down, and yeah, it's not really though. Like, you're telling them it's a nice team, and it kind of isn't.
Switching sides.
Like, okay, maybe it was better off your team than it was off you positionally. I think your positioning was really bad, but yeah. But it's okay that you're saying, guys, great, good game, and all of that stuff. All right, so now we're going to play Ana. We don't play Ana with triple support. Back to Junkrat, okay. I'll go Ana if we go to shit. Okay, well... No, okay. Wow, these swaps are crazy. Like, now I'm going to be Sombra instead of Mercy. All right, let's look at this. So what you're saying here is, yeah, I will... I'll play Ana if this doesn't work. But why do you want to play a support when we've already got two? We don't want... You never want triple support. That is crazy talk. You are occupying a DPS slot. This means you kill stuff, right? You can't lock in as a Junkrat and then say, I'll play Ana, because we don't know what these guys are going to do. I mean, admittedly, this Mercy just said, yeah, I'll play Sombra. I honestly ain't too hot on that idea at this level, to be honest, because Sombra, along with Genji, are probably the most difficult heroes to play. You need to be a damage hero, or you could maybe be another tank. You could maybe be a Roadhog or something. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, this is the sort of the thinking process which goes on with lower level players. It kind of just baffle me sometimes. Like, I don't know why you would want to take the Ana coming off the Junkrat into the Ana. But anyway, whatever. Maybe you're just trying to say, look, I'm okay with Ana. So Junkrat on attack is not ideal. It's dare I say, it's basically as effective as their Torbjorn would be on attack, which I mean, yeah. But at least you're willing to change if it doesn't work, right? I'm better with Mercy, less aiming. Hey, fair enough, Viking. You don't. That's the beauty with Overwatch. You don't need super accuracy. I mean, like, Junkrat doesn't require super accuracy. Like, Reinhardt doesn't require it. There's a lot of different skill sets that are needed in Overwatch, which makes it great. Okay. So let's see what goes down. I'm just going to take a drink. By the way, guys, I hope you're enjoying these increased... the increased number of overanalyzed that I do. I do them on Wednesday and I do them on Sunday now, every day. 2 a week. I don't do them every day. That'd be crazy. It would kill me, ladies and gentlemen, because I have to sit here and review them for like hours and hours and hours. Well, actually find ones that have got good enough video quality, because I never watch them back before I do them. I just make sure they've got good video quality and they're, you know, of a good subject to cover where we can all learn. So they've got a Junkrat, so they've clearly learnt from you. Like, yeah. Rip. Hey, whatever. Junkrat spam. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. If you're going to die to random spam, you're going to die to it, so it's fine. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going to happen now. So, Pingu, that was a great show. It wasn't. It was terrible. He got a kill, which is good for us because it means, well, we're going to respawn faster than them. Although we are starting to lose quite a bit. We're spamming and we're killing and they're dying and yeah. But again, like the only reason why this Junkrat is working right now is this enemy team are deciding to defend outside the spawn, which is suicidal on every single conceivable level. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. Never, ever do it. Every gold level game I watch and below, everybody defends outside the spawn. It is stupid, absolutely stupid. Don't do it. It's a massive advantage to the attackers if you do that. See, they could have easily have done this to your team, but they didn't. I mean, maybe your team just got lucky. I mean, basically, we're just running around like a madman with Junkrat now because we're right in their team. We've lost 2 people, though, so this is not ideal. But it is starting to look like this is probably going to be a pretty fast capture. You see, there's not that much I can say about what's happening right here because arguably you are playing fairly decent with him right now. You're just doing damage, and that's what Junkrat's about. I wouldn't worry too much about this here. We've got res out of them. We've got Blizzard. Like, a lot of the pushes here on Dorado, actually this is quite a good time to pause it. A lot of the pushes on Dorado do center around burning the enemy ultimates. It's all about ult economy, Overwatch is, as you start to get up through the ranks. If you can make them use more ultimates than you invest on a push, then you've got the advantage for the next attack. And because we're so close here, I mean, look at this, we're really, really close to actually finishing this map off. Now the advantage is ours because they've just used that's Mercy Stylo. So they've just used Mercy's ultimate and they've just used May. So we know they've got 2 down, right? You've got Riptire, so we've probably got some other ultimates possibly coming up. Maybe your Mercies, maybe your Soldiers, I don't know. But yeah, we should be able to make a pretty solid push. And like I said, this here, the gold medal system is, honestly, it's a bit of a bad system to show how effective a player is at the game. You're playing Junkrat, so you should have the highest damage. You've got like 11,000 damage nearly and 21 eliminations and only 5 deaths. So, you know, arguably on paper, you're playing quite well. The problem is your positioning was so bad at the start of this game. These deaths would be like plus 10. I don't know. If you continue playing like that, it would be pretty bad. I mean, maybe not plus 10 because you probably would have had like hardly any eliminations. Maybe just 5 deaths still, but the enemy team would have pushed through. Those are things that you can't look into. You can't really read into these stats and go, oh yeah, I'm playing really well. Because, well, are you playing really well? Clearly not, based off what we're seeing. Yeah, you're doing damage, but you're not, like, your positioning's bad and all of that stuff. And anyway, let's see what happens now. So May's used a wall there, which is really stupid of May, because now we know a wall's down. Although she'll probably have it back by the time our Reinhardt gets back to the fight. If they've got a May on this choke, all you've got to do is, well, when the May uses the wall, then just go in after it. I mean, if you can bait... Well, she's used it again. Look, she's used that wall again, so we know we can get in there. We're taking the high ground here. This is pretty good, because what we should be doing now, which is what I assume you're going to do, is Riptire them. The only other thing you could have done with the Riptire, if you wanted to be very, very cheeky, is you could go back behind here, towards the large health pack over there, and run that Riptire up the wall and drop it down into their back line. They might shoot it down. You never know. This, though, could still be okay, because it's coming from above. Alright, so all we did was destroy a trap, but we damaged that Reinhardt and he got killed. See, we did like a 92% worth of damage on that Reinhardt there, so we almost killed him with a Riptire, which let our Zen kill him, but we stayed in the choke when the enemy's got a Junkrat, so we died again. We've got a res though, so we should be using our ults now. Come on, res Mercy. Like, one of the things with Mercy players is, and this really does frustrate me with lower tier Mercy players, is they always go for the massive res. I know this video is about Junkrat, but if we look at this Mercy player, he's got res here. We've got a dead Junkrat and we've got a dead Soldier, but look at Soldier, he's got his ultimate available, that could win the game. She should just pop the res for him. Yeah, so what, he's going to bring Junkrat back, but bringing one person back in a team fight is really, 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 really strong, especially if they got ultimates available. So please, Mercy players, don't just try and go for the massive res. See, now you've spawned. Mercy's still holding on to a res. I mean, you could arguably just res Zen now. Anyway, let's see what happens. So we're making our way back. You could get the high ground again if you wanted to, or just spam to the choke. I mean, like, honestly, it's really, really... let's not pause it, because whatever. It's really, really easy Junkrat play here. You don't really want to run straight into him here, because you're kind of exposing yourself to damage. You should have just stayed a little bit further back and just spammed into all over the payload. Just spam everywhere. Just spam, spam, spam. Spam, 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 loads of damage. Yeah, because you don't get hurt by your own explosions anymore anyway, so going in close range might not be as suicidal as it was, but obviously you've only got 200 health, they've got a Junkrat, so he's spamming the choke as well, so you're probably going to get wrecked. You know, there's a May, there's a Roadhog, yeah, this is like very suicidal play. I guess you're playing Junkrat, so whatever. That Roadhog's starting to use sort, like, you're a bit too close, like just back off and spam through. There's no need to be on top of the payload. That's Reinhardt's job. That's a ballsy Riptire. It worked though. Now Riptire's coming through. I think we've got it. I think we've got this. Yeah, because they've tripled in Big Star. They're dead. They're dead. Easy, easy. Alright, nice. Okay, let's see the final scores. GG. Yeah, always type GG. I always do that. That's from me playing StarCraft 2. Like, always type GG in. You don't really see it so much in Overwatch. You just see a load of abuse. Great work, team. Great work. Okay, we get. Go on, bring the score screen up. Go on, go on. Probably waiting for play of the game, thinking, have I got play of the game? I don't think you have.
Play of the match.
Go on, press tab. Press tab. Yeah, nice rockets there, nice. See that? Yeah, they're not even like that. There wasn't even bothering with that Pharah, so it could just wipe everybody out. Okay, all right. So this Junkrat play is serviceable Junkrat play. You play him how Junkrat is meant to be played really most of the time. The only problem is the positioning is really bad. You should not have been outside their spawn. You need to be a bit more clever with that. Also, putting your trap outside the spawn is silly billy business. Don't do that because it's too easily killed as soon as you get better at the game or you start playing with better players. Taking Junkrat on attack, again, is slightly crazy. Might not be as bad on Dorado because you can spam through the choke, but still it can be slightly crazy. Like, it might not have worked out. You could have argued maybe it wasn't working out at points and you're still stuck on it even though you said you would swap. Although your swap to an Ana, if that was what you was going to do, would have not been a great swap because we already had 2 supports anyway. But you did make it work. I just think your positioning is a big problem. If you work your positioning out, you can totally use Junkrat. I mean, like I said, Junkrat is usable on quite a few maps, but he's not usable all the time. You know, pretty much like taking the Tor. Like, I like to compare him to like a Torbjorn on attack, right? That has very little use most of the time. Sometimes it can work. You know, sometimes... Hey, I've been in teams where Junkrat has destroyed me in GM. Like, a Junkrat has just killed everybody and we're just like, what the hell is going on? Sometimes the shock value of a Junkrat can mess up an enemy team. But honestly, he is a very situational pick, so I would be aware of that. Don't try and, like, one-trick main a Junkrat. Not the best character for that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you'd like to send in your video for consideration for the OverAnalyzed series, then do follow the instructions that have been on the screen. And you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and do join the Discord server, which is discord.gg/UnitLost. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.